and welcome to Pressed Into Purpose podcast. We are in season 2, and we are having a great time talking about marriage. And today's guest, I want to tell you, well, before I get to today's guest, let me tell you that I still have a co-host here, Mr. Samuel Wright, my husband, and the producer and owner of Destiny Film and Media. He will be co-hosting with me today. Thank you, Sam. Hello.
I'm grateful.
Not with you.
Thank you, Marshawn Lynch. I'm grateful. I don't have no Skittles, though, but I'm grateful.
I'm very happy to have you co-hosting with me.
I'm happy
today.
to be here.
Okay, thank you. And so let's get right into it. Today, our guests are Pastor Antoine and Lady Lakeisha Sanders. Pastor Antoine is a dynamic preacher, spiritual leader, and champion of unity and purpose. Known for his powerful teaching on connection and community, Pastor Antoine believes that when we link with the right people, we unlock and command blessings and next-level living. He serves alongside his wife, Lady Lakeisha Janae Sanders, a visionary leader, pastor, author, and founder of Serenity Life, a faith-based organization dedicated to restoring peace and redefining healing. From her best-selling devotional, Serenity 30 Days to a New Start, she is on a mission to break barriers and empower people through conversations that heal. Please help me welcome to the podcast, Pastor Antoine and Lady Lakeisha Sanders. Welcome you all.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
I was looking around like,
Yeah, I don't know who you talking about.
who did all of that? Yeah. All right.
That is the two of you. The two of you.
Wow.
Thank you all for coming to join us today on the
super
podcast. We are grateful and thankful that you would choose to come and share with us, but not only share with us, but share with our podcast community about love and marriage and all the things and just life. And so I just want to jump right on into it.
Okay.
Jump in.
So we have, in your intro, we talk about how, you are pastors. And before we get to pastors, I want to know about the people. Okay. So tell us, how long have you all been married? And if you want to share your origin story, but just how long have you been married, and how did we get here?
Okay. I'll let you start.
I knew he was going to let me start. So we have been married 22 years.
Okay.
It will be 23 in March.
All right.
Long time.
Yes. That's a big deal, people. It's a big deal.
Not counting the years that we spent, amen.
Prior.
The before
So
marriage.
right. So I guess that's how we got here. We actually met in church.
Okay.
I was singing in a choir.
Okay.
He was the drummer. I think we were 16 and 17.
Wow.
Just two kids thinking we know what we were doing, and we didn't. We were really good friends, actually. We just had a really close friend group.
Okay.
And so we were all really good friends at first, and then came other things that led to having a child before marriage. So we had him first, and then we got married after.
Okay.
But I think I could say we just started off being really good friends. We were.
That's what you're going to go with.
Yeah, we were.
What's your side
So
of the
here's the
story?
real story. So, of course, we met in church. She's correct. She was in the choir. I'm on the drums. I came at her.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Shot me down.
Oh.
I had a boyfriend.
I got a boyfriend. I knew the dude.
You didn't care.
And he wasn't nothing. So I'm like, I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm 17, you know what I mean? She shot me down, and so that was it. I wasn't coming at her no more.
Okay.
Next thing I know, we were engaged. That's funny, but that's true.
That is true.
Okay.
I tried to get her to be with me that one time when we were teenagers. She shot me down, so we just were friends. We never went out on a date. I mean, we hung out and stuff like that, but we didn't date and court and all of that. We co-parented, and one day I had a conversation with my best friend, and he told me these words. He said, there comes a time in a man's life where you have to make a different decision.
Okay.
He says, this girl, they gave me 3 questions. I can't give you the 3 questions.
Okay, all right. Go keep a little bit for yourself. Okay.
The answers to all of the 3 questions was yes.
Okay.
And he said, if she checked all these boxes to these questions, you got to be with her.
Okay.
And so the end of whatever year that was, what year was that?
2002.
2002, I decided that I was going to take my motorcycle money and go get her a ring.
Wow.
And to this day, I still don't have a motorcycle.
Praise God.
Praise God. I bought a ring and I proposed to her New Year's Day, 2023. We got engaged. 2003, I'm sorry.
No, it was 2002. We got married 2003.
Right, but I proposed New Year's.
It was still New Year's Eve.
Okay,
we
New
hadn't
Year's
crossed
Eve.
over yet.
Okay.
So we proposed, 3 months, we planned a wedding, we got married. Amari was born in June.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest is history.
And he's really right. And we tell this story all the time. we literally went from being friends to co-parents to being married.
Wow.
We never dated. I was never his girlfriend. I went from the mother of his son to being his wife.
So how did that make you feel? Did that make you feel any kind of way? Or you were like, this is meant to be? Like,
Oh, I felt the way.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be his girlfriend, for a long time. And
But you shot him down.
I did. And I think he was low-key trying to punish me for that. Like, 'cause he would never give me the title. So we were like, we had a lot of mutual
Not many
friends.
people got the title, for the record.
We had a lot of mutual friends. So we would go out and he would introduce me as his son's mother. And I used to be like, that's
right.
what is that?
Yeah.
But it worked for us.
Okay.
It did.
Okay.
Because we were really close and we were really cool. And so when he proposed, I was really shocked. I said no at first.
Really?
I did.
What
I should
made
have
you
learned
say
my lesson
no?
for saying no to him, right?
Because I had, I could have went on back and... Okay.
So
next.
I said no because I had just found out I was pregnant with Amari. And I thought he was proposing because I was pregnant. And I did not want him to do that.
Yes, because typically that doesn't end well.
Exactly. But when I found out that he had been saving his money from his little motorcycle that he never got.
Okay.
And he was doing that even before I found out I was pregnant. Then I was like, okay.
Okay. Oh, so you just needed understanding.
I did.
Yeah, the plan was to eventually propose, but, when Amari was conceived, it was kind of like, let me not wait, let me just do it.
Do it now. Yeah.
But the plan was a year, maybe, of, sow your royal oats before. So
Let's go out there.
yeah, and so here we are. Praise God.
Bless the King.
Yes.
So listen, how do we get from no, we're not dating. So we're friends. We're co-parenting. We're married, and then now you all are leading a phenomenal church. Like, how do you go from there to here, from singing in the choir and on the drums to preaching, teaching, leading Serenity, leading, how does that happen?
Process and journey.
Okay.
I think our whole life has really been process and journey. A lot of times you don't really know what life has for you until you start rolling and God says, okay, here we go. Here's your process. Here's the journey. We're here now. So you make this stop, you do whatever you're doing in this stop. Because there was a lot of stops along the way. And so during that journey and process, we learned, we gleaned, we grew, and then God prepared us for whatever we were going to do. We went to that assignment, we learned, we grew, went through the process, and then we went to the next, and we went to the next, and we were faithful. And God has always shown himself to be faithful to us. Everything we commit to do, there's always a reward on the end to it. And so, or connected to it, I should say. And so when we got married, I accepted my call to ministry. And so, right after I proposed, was it right after I proposed or right after I got married or something? It was
the
quick.
same year.
Everything was quick. I got married.
Had a baby.
Had the baby.
And preached your first sermon
my
that
first
same
sermon.
year.
Literally
in
one
the same-
thing fast on the heels of another.
Absolutely.
So if I can add to that, it wasn't just process and journey, but it was process, journey, and obedience.
For sure.
Because in order for things to happen that fast, you had to have just a level of obedience to God.
Yeah.
To just say, yes, I'm going to do that. So I believe that the obedience part is what allowed the journey to be so quick.
Got it.
Yeah, because God figured if this guy, watch this, if this guy decides to propose to the mother of his son and don't change his phone number, I called everybody and said, I'm getting married.
Okay.
Don't call me again.
More. Okay.
I didn't go through I got to change my number. Blah. I didn't. I've always been a straightforward guy. So I made all the phone calls. I told everybody that I needed to tell.
Yeah.
And I've had the same phone number for
About 30
years.
Wow. You was locked in.
And so it was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I believe, you know what I'm saying? I heard the Lord tell me to go this route. I'm going to be with the mother of my child. And this is what it is. Lose my number. And I think as minute as that may sound, for a real guy or real man, you know, that's major.
For sure.
Most guys, like, I'm getting married, let me change my number. I didn't. I was very upfront. And I think that was the first step for me saying I really want to go after God for real.
Yeah.
And so I believe that was the first step to God saying, okay, this guy trusts me. You know, and so everything after that, like she said, out of obedience, it was kind of like, if I can trust the boy to not change his phone number and tell all his little girls to get married, you know what I'm saying? That's major.
Yeah.
And so everything, like she said, it was an act of obedience, and it happened quick. And for us, I feel like every time God has done anything in our lives, it's always been quick and it's been big. You know, our wedding, for instance, we were the only, and I can say this on record, out of the history of Pastor Stephen Richardson being the pastor of Jordan Temple, nobody has ever started on time.
Okay.
He told us that.
He told us that. We started on time. We were waiting on him.
Oh, wow.
So when he called, like, y'all ready? Yeah, we waiting on you. As soon as you get out the car, 2 o'clock. We started at 2 o'clock. We ready.
Okay.
We took our pictures before. The flower people was there the day before. Everything was there. So, we was like, yeah, we waiting on you.
Let's do it.
And so when he pulled up and parked, it was right close to 2 o'clock. She was coming out of the house, coming around.
Yeah.
We were ready. I don't know. I mean, we've had a lot of major events at that church, but I think our wedding was one of the biggest ones. My first sermon was probably one of the biggest ones. I mean, I felt like people was hanging out the windows at my first sermon. That's how, you know. And so I just think God just, he does us like that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
You got something you want to say?
I just want you just mentioned process. What was the word again?
Process and journey. And
And
obedience.
And obedience. I was just looking at the fact of your faithfulness through each stages of that.
For sure.
Because, you could be obedient, but the faith behind the obedience, that's how faith action. So you could be obedient, but if you don't believe in it, if you don't have the faith in it, it will not happen. And that's what's up. I'm sorry that you didn't get the girlfriend in that, but
Hey,
and I'm sorry that your motorcycle's on her finger, but
Yeah.
she won't even let me get the motorcycle.
I was gonna say give him the motorcycle on the 25th anniversary.
I'm good.
Now, I will say this about the faith behind the obedience part. Because we were so young and we literally had nothing. Trusting God was all we had.
Okay.
Like,
In marital counseling, that was the first thing he told us.
Okay.
He says, you guys are in a great spot because y'all ain't got nothing.
we were offended at
I'm
first.
like,
But he was right.
Like, no,
really,
you can
man?
build
Like,
together.
What?
Because we were 25 and 26. We were still living at home with our parents. Like,
Oh my gosh. We got married at 25 and we both were living with our parents.
we literally went from mama's house to each other.
Wow.
I've never lived alone.
That's
Wow.
leave
Go
and
figure.
cleave. That's Bible. That's Bible.
It is.
It is. So trusting God was all we had because it's all we knew.
Yeah. That's all you knew. Okay. So tell me, let's get a little deeper into it. What kind of challenges have you all had to face as a couple, and how did you overcome them?
Well, that's an easy question for me. That's a tough question for her because I'm built different.
Okay.
I'm unbothered. Like even as a young man, I just certain things just didn't bother me.
Okay.
And so I wasn't really rah-rah about he say, she say stuff. I really didn't get moved by that. I think one of the things that we benefit from each other is we're different. Mm-hmm. And so the spaces that I'm not so strong in, she is. Yeah. And vice versa. And so this particular area, I guess, it helped balance her because she was the one that was moved. What people gonna say? And you know what I'm saying? When they say, if anybody feel like these two should not be married, let them speak now.
Looking around.
She was like, did I see something? And I'm like, yeah, I wish. You know what I'm saying?
So, we both looked out. We was like,
right. I wish I would. Right.
No, it's just, I think for me, just being able to, and I don't want to call it a struggle, but I think it was a big adjustment for me to understand that she was my primary responsibility. Okay. And I had the goods to take care of her. A lot of times we don't.
Can you say that again?
We have the goods to take care of her.
But before you said she is your
primary responsibility.
And you.
And I have the goods. Okay. God gives us the grace to handle who he gives us. Yes. And so a lot of times, even in marital counseling now, I'm quick to say that, hey, before you say I do, you better understand you have the grace to say I do. Yeah. And do it. Yeah. Because you could say I do, but then when it's time to do, it's like, what's going on? Right. And so I realized that early. And so I think the biggest, challenge or adjustment was to not be so focused on me and understand that, hey, I'm graced to deal with her, so let me build myself to learn her and make adjustments and know how she is, to now, she do what she do, it don't even bother me. Gotcha. So I think that may be the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenges for me. Okay.
Mine was a little different. Okay. Biggest challenge for me probably was I didn't have a healthy view of what marriage looked like. Okay. I was raised by a single mom. She never got married. And she said she never wanted to get married. Wow. Because she saw some of the struggles that her siblings went through. Okay. I was blessed to have two fathers. Okay. A biological father and then a father who raised me. My biological father lived in Arkansas, so I didn't get a chance to see him, in that dynamic with his wife. Okay. But my father that raised me was a single man. He was a bachelor. He was, he had he had more than one girlfriend.
What it do, dog? Big pimpin'? Oh, I'm sorry. Praise God. I'm not sure what type of podcast this is.
Be yourself. Exactly. So when it came to looking for a healthy marriage, I had to look outside of my home. Okay. I thought we were going to have the Cosby Show. We were going to be the Huxtables.
I did.
Because for a young girl growing up in the 80s, that was what we had to look forward to if you didn't have a father in the home. It was like Claire and Heathcliff Huxtable. They got 5 kids. This is their life. And it was the depiction of this is what a black family should look like. Yes. So that's what I thought for a long time. And so I had to unpack that narrative because that was for television and this is real life. Yeah. And so when it came time for us to get married, I had to look outside of my home to try to figure out what should I model. Okay. And that even had to be corrected because my pastor at the time had to say, don't look at anybody. You guys get to change or challenge the narrative that someone else has given you. And now it's up to you to create what your marriage is going to look like.
That is such great advice.
Yeah.
And people miss that. Because for me, I didn't, the Cosby Show was cool, but I was a Martin fan.
Okay.
So Martin and Gina, I'm like, that's life. They kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Like
they living the life.
But she's right. Pastor said in one of our counseling sessions, he said, whatever your outlook on marriage is, throw it out the window. Yeah. So whoever you think you should model after, get rid of it. It's gonna be whatever you want it to be. Yep. And I really, really took that to heart because I knew that we had an opportunity to do something that was right for us.
Yeah.
And so our marriage don't look like it. I mean, nothing about our life it goes against the grain. Everything goes against the grain. We didn't date. Like, who does that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not anybody else that I know.
Exactly.
And, you propose 3 months, get married, have a baby, get called to ministry, and it's gone. We off from there. I mean, that whole thing just, was against the grain. And so I think the beginning of that really set the stage.
Yeah.
So a lot of the challenges that we would have had or should have had, we avoided just from taking heed to good wisdom.
I mean, for real, because a lot of people don't get that type of wisdom,
right? And
they're told, that these are the things that every marriage needs to have, and there are some things that every marriage we need the foundation of love. You know what I'm saying? And there's some other things in there too, and trust and all those things, but no marriage is going to look exactly like the next.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's one of the most important things that people need to really understand is you are unique, your spouse is unique, and the two of you have to figure out what works for the two of you.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we were given that advice. I can't say that we were given that advice. So it took us a while to figure out that it didn't have to look like other people's.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most dangerous things that I see probably in social media today is that our youth look at other couples and they say, these are goals.
Yes.
These are goals.
That is dangerous.
You don't know what that couple has had to go through to get to
seriously.
Because just because it looks good on the outside does not mean that they haven't had those struggles. Exactly. And so when you talk about looking to someone for a healthy marriage, you got to know what comes along with that. Yeah. And so I think it's cute to say, oh, this is goals. This is what I'm looking forward to. However, it's all the in-between stuff.
Right.
Stuff you don't see.
Yeah.
Between the reels.
Right. Exactly.
Because people look good. I'm telling you, social media, you look at some of these people and it's like we the new hottest thing. And a year from then, it's like, she's not in the pictures no more. Like,
right.
What happened? And they just bowed out gracefully and keep it moving.
Yep.
And so
so many times.
That foundation is key. Shout out to Pastor Stephen Richardson, Jordan Temple.
Yeah.
He laid it out, and he's one of those guys, he just gonna tell you like it is. He didn't sugarcoat it. Yeah. He literally was like, y'all in a good spot, y'all ain't got nothing. Which means everything you get from now, you get to create together. Yeah. And I took that to heart. Like that for me, it made so much sense. Because, and even now, 22 years in, people just cannot fathom the thought that we have a marriage the way we do. And we do. Yeah. So when I say stuff like, I don't argue. Oh, everybody argue. No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you. Now, do we have debates? Let me not front. Like,
right, of course.
Debates and, heated conversation or whatever. But flat out arguing and knocking stuff off, man, please. I'm not doing all of that. That's not
not your makeup.
I love that you have not let anything take you out of character, because I have a couple times in these 20 years. I gave the people what they wanted. Right.
Now listen.
Hey, look.
He didn't say we don't argue.
I know.
Okay? He said he don't argue. I argue. Okay?
One way to a brick wall. I said, you know what? I don't need to talk to you. No.
But you gonna hear what I got to say.
But here's the thing with that though. Because he does not argue, it has made me not want to argue. Because I look pretty dumb arguing by myself. It takes two people to argue. It does. And if
Sam, do you see my face?
I remember that Sunday.
That's his posture. He has a posture that says, we're going to fix this, but we're going to fix it a different way, because what you're not going to do is we're not going to be getting loud. We're not going to be cussing each other out. We're not going to hit below the belt. We're not going to do that.
That part.
Here's the grace. When you understand who God gave you and you have the grace to deal with her, I let her. that's her. Go ahead and huff and puff and stomp.
Get it out.
You know,
blow the house down.
So you just told the world that I huff and puff and stomp.
you know when it's
But you didn't blow the house down, though. You missed it by that much.
You know it's bad when you hear dishes. Cling, cling, cling.
What's wrong with you? Nothing.
And I let her get it out. And when she done, it's like, all right. You gonna talk about it?
I was you. Cause she didn't.
Hey,
She not moving.
Praise God.
Here's the thing: she don't argue.
I be sitting there like this.
And that's her unbothered, or better yet, irritating me mode.
Yeah, because I was bothered. I just
She bothered,
wasn't
but
gonna
she
say
don't
nothing
speak.
about it because I never wanted to hit below the belt.
right.
And that's another thing Pastor Richardson told us. He said, I don't care what type of situation you're going to get in. You're going to have situations.
Yes.
But what you cannot do is hit below the belt because it's hard to come back from that.
Period. For real. So many. That, for me, I would rather, so Sam and I would have disagreements and, arguments sometimes. And he's the one that's like, rah, 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 all the things. And I'm sitting there like, I don't want to do this. Like, we can talk, but right now, like, I don't have words that aren't hurtful. Yeah. So I'm just going to be quiet, because if I say any of the words that are running through my head, I can't come back from that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hurt you and harm our relationship more than I want, more than I just don't desire to do that.
Right.
And that takes wisdom and patience.
That takes wisdom.
And a lot of Jesus.
Right.
Right. Holy Ghost.
That takes
Help me.
a certain level of accountability to yourself. A lot of people just, what's the word? Snap off, pop off. And you done said all of this stuff. And the Bible says, be slow to speak, quick to listen.
Listen, that is true.
And so when we get in these places, we get heated and we just blah, 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 blah.
Because we want to get it out.
Want to get it out, and you don't know that you just destroyed your spouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you got to bounce back from that. And so that's key, what you said. Just be able to, I would rather you not say nothing.
Yeah.
Roll your eyes at me and don't say nothing than to say something.
No, you got to say something. Because I'm just...
You got to say something.
I need something. And a lot of times that's why the escalation takes place.
Because you force them to
Because I want you to say something. I ain't got nothing to say. That's full of...
Right.
Oh, you got something to say.
What you thinking about?
What you thinking about?
Say it.
Nothing. So you're telling me my time and energy and effort in this conversation means nothing to you.
Right.
So now I'm in another level.
It's not, that's
And then another level. And then another level. And the next thing you know, all right then. I'm like,
You
okay.
slamming pots.
Right. And shout out to Pastor. So close my door. Right, slam my door.
I
Love you, Pastor. Love you. But yeah, it yeah. Mm-hmm. I was a rah-rah. I was a furniture mover. But at the same time, the problem with it is because what I hear from you two is you both were secure in who you were. You knew who you were. You knew where you stood.
I was going to put my finger up too.
I was more secure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, that's my makeup. I'm just built different. It's crazy. But I am. I understood when I made these decisions. It's like I was raised that as a man, you make a decision, you live with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the repercussions are, you take that. And so I made decisions, and that was it. When I made up my mind I was getting married, wasn't nobody gonna talk me out of it. Made up my mind I wasn't gonna argue. That was it. I made up my mind, I was gonna be the best father to my children that I could be. All of those things kind of make me who I am. And so I was just in that space. My wife, on the other hand, it was certain things like, should I do this? What's gonna happen?
His security made me secure. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Girl.
Okay.
It did. And reason being, and I just said this previously, I grew up with two fathers. Because of that, people may say, oh, you had two fathers, that's great. But I dealt with rejection on both ends.
Oh, wow.
And because of that rejection, it spilled over into my marriage.
Absolutely.
Though he didn't do it, it was you're a man, and all of y'all think like this. So no meant the house was about to burn down. It was World War III for me.
Say that word again.
It was World War III for me. I could not hear the word no or not yet or we don't have it. It was like...
Oh, wow. It triggered you.
It just triggered me. And so there was a sense of insecurity in myself because of the love that I needed and the security that I needed from my fathers, that I looked to him to give me, which wasn't fair to him because he wasn't them.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to being secure, I found my security just by watching how secure that he was.
That's good.
That is.
Because I realized I had the grace.
You do.
Just like she had the grace to deal with you. Because, you know, she could have cussed you out. You know what I mean?
At that time, I'm happy she did. I was really sick. I'm not the trouble
really
person.
Wanted me to just
respond.
And I'm just like, I'm not going to do this. And there were a couple of times where I gave in and I just felt horrible after because I'm just like, this is not even who I am.
Yeah.
But I allowed somebody else to take me out of my character, and now I have to live with the consequences of that. And it just didn't feel good.
Yeah.
So I can count on one hand, maybe two fingers, how many times I've allowed, you know, myself to just be out of pocket. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
So I've got to find a different way. And so he would tell me, he was like, listen, because I didn't have words then, and it took me about 2 weeks to get words, right? Because I needed to make sure that I was calm and I sorted through all my feelings.
That's good.
And he was like, listen, you can't come to me 2 weeks after something done happened and then want to bring it back up because I done moved on.
Right.
He you got 48 hours. And I was like, how you gonna tell me?
Hey.
And I'm like, okay, I see his point. I need to do it quicker. So I think I've gotten to better than 48 hours now. But at the beginning, it was like, all right, let me at least start with trying to get it together in a week. But you have to train yourself to sort through your emotions differently.
So,
That's good.
what do you think that comes from?
You're not the host. Go ahead.
No.
We're conversing.
No, we family. You really know, man. You can't answer a question. What you want to say?
Hey, right? No, where does that come from? Like, is that just a individual makeup? Is that a learned behavior? In your opinion, because you said something key. You took the 2-week process, and Sam like, no, like you got 6 hours. Like you need to tell me right away what's going on. But that type of thing, we have to kind of identify that. And so I was just wondering, like, where did that come from?
I feel like it comes from a couple places. One, I grew up in a house with 2-parent household, and my parents, they argued a lot, and so I didn't like it. And so, like, we even got to the point where me and my sister, who's 2 years older than me, we took Mom aside and was like, Mama, like, y'all be arguing a lot. You see this coming. Can you just now as adults, I'm like, ooh, we asked a whole lot of Mama to be able to like not say what she wanted to say, but she still chose to deal with him differently. And their arguments kind of calmed down a whole lot, but because she chose a different way to deal with it. So I think that was part of it. Like I never liked arguing, but the other part of it was I know myself and I know myself well enough to know that my words can cut. And so I never want to harm people with my words.
That's good.
That's really good.
And so like that is the other part of it. So I pray a lot. Because
I believe you.
if people knew the stuff that went through my head sometimes, they'd be like, ooh, Valeria.
God,
be like,
not the woman of God. Not the woman of
I
God.
praise hard, and I am very slow to speak because I just don't want to harm people with my words. And that's not to say that I haven't, but I do my best not to do that intentionally.
I love that.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering. You could be the host again.
Oh, you feel free to ask any question.
Did you have something you wanted to add to that, or?
Oh, I need a whole lot of help. That's all I have. It took 2 separations and 15 years to get to the point where I was like, all right, all this.
Yeah.
I mean, that second separation was, I mean, you know, in the past, you know, we talked about this in our episodes, but you know, you really, the biggest thing is either you come in this case, you come in knowing, because the fact that you knew that she is your primary responsibility, yeah, I knew that, but I didn't accept it. I knew that I was supposed to love my wife as Christ loved the church, but I just didn't accept. I didn't accept a whole lot of responsibilities, but I didn't mind being in the marriage. But you know, but when in that, also I carried a lot of stuff from the past, like you was unbothered. Oh no, I'll bother, or I see some things, can't comment on things, so I find other ways to release, and it wasn't always great, or I just be isolated, or just like how can I just avoid, and I carried it in. And so then so for me, when we be having those highly intellectual, aggressive debates.
Heated fellowship.
All of those went together.
We call it heated fellowship.
Heated fellowships, you know, I think that was my time of really expressing my feelings, because no one you know, even though I'm married, I didn't feel like I was loved. I didn't feel like I had an open place to be where I'm at. Like today, I could say, hey, you know, we just had a moment. I got caught. She asked the question. But we had the open vulnerability to talk.
Right.
But see, the fact that it seemed like, at least from your side, I'm setting the atmosphere right now so you go. And like you said, I have grace. Okay, go ahead. King clang, kung clang. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
I didn't really provide that space. Right. And if she did, I didn't recognize the space.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
Because my spaces were...
Right.
And that's all I knew. And out of that comes resolution. And so, but now... I hope. And the resolution is we done.
On to the next day.
On to the next day, you know.
Right.
Man,
you know.
That's strong. And I think that statement that you made will help a lot of people, because there are a lot of people that's married but not engaged in marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you feel that's interesting, even to say I'm married, but I didn't feel like I had somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a strong statement. And for you to be able to say, hey, this is where I started. Well, this is why you guys have a podcast. For you to say that's how I started, and then over the years we went through all of this stuff. And so now we've created a space and environment where I can say, you know, I need to talk about this. And it's like, come on, let's talk.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
It is, because we have learned each other's love languages, and we've learned through counseling how to communicate with one another. That was one of our key things. We were talking a whole lot, but we weren't understanding each other.
We just talked about that.
It was we were having so much discourse, but we wasn't coming away with no understanding of the other.
Right.
And so it just caused so much conflict and, you know, pent up, you know, just
a lot of Hiroshimas.
Okay.
A lot of
Hiroshimas, and then, you know, the mountain that it was rolling down.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of Mount St. Helens.
Right.
And then here comes the ash.
But I thank God that we are at this place now where we can
find the lily in the valley.
Yeah.
And then look up in the whole. Hey, it's over here. It's over here. All right.
So let me kind of shift the conversation and ask a question about. I know that you all have dealt with a lot of grief And I don't know that I like the word loss.
Transition.
That's a much better word.
Yeah.
So you've dealt with several transitions while married. How have you all been able to navigate that and give each other space for your grief, and then be able to know when to come in and know when to draw back? How have you navigated that?
That's loaded. I think for me, understanding that he has the right to grieve.
Okay.
Right, because my mom was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll know the order.
Yeah.
My mom transitioned
2011.
2011.
Okay.
God was so faithful that he didn't give me a mother-in-law. He gave me another mother.
Okay.
Her mom was just like my mom. Like,
Yeah.
To the point where when I went to her restaurant, they thought I was the one that belonged to her. She was
I was the in-law.
Oh, wow.
And I had to correct people and say, that's my mother.
Wow.
But
So
being an only child and being a girl, she
Yeah.
always wanted a son, to the point where I was supposed to be a boy. That's another story for another day. But
this lady, I'm talking about.
Feel like you wasn't born in this era.
Right. This is the problem.
you want to finish, or you want me to finish?
No, this
I
lady.
started.
But I just want to get the precursor.
Okay.
This lady really, you know what I'm saying, like loved me like a son.
Yeah.
So when my mom transitioned, you know, I didn't miss a beat because Mama Clara she fell right in, you know what I mean? Like, boom, I got you, baby. But 3 years after my mom passed, Mama Clara passed. And so she's going on how to deal with grief with your spouse from my perspective, because I was first. So
Got it.
And because he was always he's a manly man. So he wasn't really emotional, didn't do a whole lot of crying. Church, yes.
Yeah.
But just on surface, he just did not. And so when he lost his mom, I saw a different side of him, of course. Being the only boy, the oldest child. Now, you know, his sister Candace, she was 22.
You know Candace.
She was 22.
She's fantastic. Hey,
we
Candace.
had to like take her in and show her life because she was the baby girl. They're 13 years apart. So for her, it felt like she was an only child. So,
I can
you
imagine.
know, having to navigate that space. And I think what did it was, and this is going to sound really weird, I did not understand how to navigate grief as a wife until I lost my own mother. Because my mom was around and she loved him and he loved her so much, I would say things like, when his mom transitioned, well, my mama transitioned too. Reality said I can still pick up the phone and call mine. He couldn't do that. And I didn't understand the heaviness in that grief until it was my turn. So I literally had to, when my mom transitioned, I went back to him and I apologized.
That's good.
And I apologized because I said, I didn't know this level of pain until it hit my heart. So I'm sorry for not giving you the space to grieve properly the way you needed to.
Wow.
Because I kept trying to almost force him to see that we had a loss together. Like, you're not in this by yourself. And he was saying,
Okay.
I understand that we're not in it by ourselves, but reality says your mama's still up the street.
Right.
And you can still pick up the phone and call her, and she can still come over. Even though she's coming over for both, you got to understand it from my perspective.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So I had to apologize when my mom passed to say I didn't understand it. And so you know this now from the transition of your father, and we say this all the time. You don't really understand grief on that level until you're going through it.
Period.
You just don't.
Period.
It's hard to explain to a person.
You can't explain it to somebody who has not walked that path.
Exactly.
Because
Experience.
even though everybody's experience is different, there are some things that are universal. And Sam lost his father 10 years almost to the day of when, the same day, I think your mother said.
So
I want to say 10,
they both died on the same day.
April 10th, 10 years apart.
Really?
Yeah.
And that, so he lost his father, and his father was very young. His father was 59. So it was like, whoa, wait, huh? What's happening? And my father was 83. And so we had a longer time, but we were actually separated when his father passed. So we separated
First
twice.
separation.
So our first separation, his father passed during that time, and I said to myself, how would you want somebody to show up for you? Mm-hmm. Yes, you're separated. He's still your husband.
Yeah.
You still love him. You loved his father. His father loved you. How would you want him to show up for you if you were in his shoes? Yeah. And so I did my best to show up for him, and I'll let you, if you want to talk about it.
I mean, she did. For me, handling grief, it's kind of weird. Sometimes I think I'm not human sometimes. You're going to die. It's inevitable. Mm-hmm. So
that is literally what he says all the time. Yeah. I'll be like,
I mean, I'm going to die. You're going to die. We all going to die. Now, the spiritual way is where you want to go up or down. That's,
Now, the choice is yours.
That's your choice.
I'm going to see Jesus. Isn't me?
he's so black and white.
But like I remember, my mom told me to say, "Hey, your dad, why don't you come pray for him?" I was like, "All right." On the way there, and I said, "Lord, if this is his time, just give me strength." Prepared.
Now, were they married at the time?
They was already, my parents.
Okay.
My parents was always married. So I did grow up in a 2-parent household. But yeah, I was on the way, and I was like, God, I can't control your time frame. Mm. If this is it, let there be peace. Let me move forward, because at the end of the day, I can't say keep him in. Hey, look. You brought him in, you take him out. Wow. So what am I supposed to do?
I always cringe because I just be like, dang, that is so. But when his father passed, like his grief was very different than I expected. Because I expected like tears. Like I feel like you were trying to get him to maybe like, okay, calm down his grief. I was trying to get him to like emote and have grief that I could see, so I could know that he was grieving. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like even during the separation, if she didn't come over, okay. Came to the funeral. That was the one time. My breakdown was when I saw him in the casket. That was it. Everybody thought my mom was going to go. Nope. I went. I'm the one broke down. Then I think the rest of that day, after that, life moved on.
Wow.
And literally, life moved on for him. And not that he doesn't stop and talk about him and think about it and all those things, but like, it's just something switches in him.
It's the way he processes grief.
Yeah.
And we all do it differently.
Very differently.
I'm a very in your face type of griever. Like I can be sitting here and just, I don't like the way it feels when I cry over my mom. So I suppressed it for a long time. And he used to say, girl, cry.
Right.
Just like that was your mama. You was the only child. You had her for 37 years. Cry. Yeah. But because I didn't like the way it made me feel, I was like, I don't want to cry. He's like, why? Cry.
Yeah.
And we kind of went through the similar things with age. His mom was 54.
Wow.
My mom was 64.
Gotcha.
But my father passed last year. He was 87.
Got it.
So the way I grieve my parents looks different because of the age.
Yes.
And my mom wasn't sick. She was at work one day and her heart just stopped the next. Like, no high blood pressure, no issues. She had just went to the doctor. They told her she was very healthy.
Wow.
And I just equate that to, it was her time, and that was it. My dad, 87, went through those stages of dementia to eventually.
We had to watch him. Literally.
I had to watch him decline. So it's different.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
different. And the way we operate in our marriage with grief, the spaces were different. Like he literally had to carry me through my mom.
Yeah.
With my dad, he didn't have to carry me through so much with him. It was more so struggles with family.
Got it.
With his children, because I was not biologically his.
Got it. Yeah.
So
Everyone deal with grief differently, and the thing about grief and it's what's more important is, like you said, giving the space for that person to grieve.
yeah.
You know, like I know quite a few friends who lost their fathers. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, they say, man, you call them up. First and foremost, I don't know what and literally every time, I don't even know what to say. Because my parents are here, so how am I going to turn around and say, hey, man, I feel your pain? No, I don't.
That is one of the worst things.
I don't know your pain.
You can say.
But even if you've lost a parent,
You
or the
don't
same,
say that.
you still don't know my pain because you didn't have the relationship, that I had with my parents.
Exactly.
I can equate with you I can equate with you because I lost my father too, but how your relationships, I don't know.
Exactly.
Very different.
So I can't cross that line. But
Exactly.
as far as I know how I grieve, but I'm always good for people when they low, when they going through like
I can attest to that.
like when she was crying, I was like, just cry. Like you said, just cry, and she would cry for other people that died. It was a season of crying.
I'm very empathetic.
I was like, man,
Me too.
no offense. I was
Almost
like,
to a fault.
You don't even know him.
right. Co-worker, hey, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? Do we need to talk?
You're like, do we need to have a different
Do we
conversation?
need to have another conversation?
I'm so empathetic, y'all.
I was in my office and I heard, I'm like,
But you also,
and I'm like, what's going on?
But he also has like the one thing I told him, and you all might be able to relate to this. I went to a large church growing up. So a lot of those people have been transitioning over the last 5 years. So I've lost more people, and not just COVID, but just people leaving here because it's their time to leave here. And they've been transitioning back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, all these people were a part of the fabric of my life and shaping who I am today. It's not just, it's sister so-and-so that did this for me. Right. It's brother so-and-so who's impacted me in this way. Right. It's, and along with my dad and along with, So
now, I'm like that with my mother's siblings.
Okay.
My mother was the 15th of 18
Did
children.
you say 15 of 18?
My dad...
Humping.
My biological
went to work and hump.
My biological dad was the 15th of 15.
Listen, that's what it sounds like. Their purpose was to
they were pressing all right.
fruit. Okay, they bore fruit. Okay.
Yes, my mother was the 15th out of 18 children. Out of those 18, there are 2 left.
Wow.
No, 3 left. My mom's baby sister, her sister that's right over her, and then I have an uncle that's in his 80s who has dementia.
Wow.
So I understand that dynamic because it's like the fabric of who I am is leaving.
Yes.
And now it's up to us as cousins, who now we the aunties and uncles, to try to carry on this generation. And we do a horrible job. We've done a horrible job. Like,
I feel you.
Yeah. I don't think our generation got it the way our aunts and uncles and our parents got it.
Of that community part of family.
It's different.
It is very different.
It's different.
It is different. And one thing I just keep in my mind or keep hearing is that, when it comes to, there's a history, and when they pass, they become legacy. So you got to look at how you transition. Man, that's part of my history, but now it's a legacy, so how do I carry?
Yeah.
We're not taught to carry legacy. We've dropped the ball in so many areas, especially when you start talking about those generals, you know, in our families and patriarchs of the family, once they start transition, it's like we got all of this legacy. So now what we do with it? And we get caught up in, well, I ain't calling everybody to come. Hey, we ain't having Thanksgiving at my house.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you go 5 years and
ain't seen nobody.
Right.
That's the truth.
So,
That's the truth. That's the truth. So if you all had to talk to somebody and tell them how to navigate grief with your spouse, what are some of the things that you would share? Like just key nuggets.
Well,
give them grace to grieve.
Space and grace.
There is a grace to grieving. And when I say grace, I don't mean there's a right way and a wrong way. There's a healthy way. And you got to give them grace to grieve the way they feel like they need to grieve in order to get through the journey.
Yeah.
Because grief is a journey as well.
It is.
It is not just, it's not a moment.
Right. It is not.
It's not a moment.
It is not.
And I say that all the time when I'm doing grief counseling. Like, it's not a moment. It's a journey. It's not something that you turn on and turn off because you want to, but you got to go through that journey and that process because, in Sam's words, it's inevitable. It will never go away. Yeah. Grief will be with you your entire life. So go through it with grace. Give your spouse grace, and know that it's a journey, and you get to go through that journey with them.
And even that's you know, the going through the journey, because when you've never been there, that makes it different. And so because my mom transitioned first, there was a lot that I had to deal with that I knew she didn't understand. When my mom first got diagnosed, they told me, like, she has 3 months. And a part of me felt like, no, because my mom is a woman of faith.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got all these books. She was at Living Word, and we got all these Faith to Heal books. And my godfather pulled me to the side, and he said something to me that just changed my whole thought process about how we view things. He says, whenever you pray that God's will be done, because we always say that, we just want God's will to be done. God's will is what I want. But we never ask God to prepare us for whatever that will is.
Okay.
And so I'm believing God to heal my mom.
Right, on this side.
On this
On
side.
this side.
But he told me, he says, son, he said, we believe in God, but you also need to ask God to prepare you for whatever his will is. Because if it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, you're going to be a wreck. And so I had 3 months to really deal with preparing myself for whatever God's will is.
Yeah.
And I don't think and I'm just being very transparent, we never asked God to prepare us for his will. And so when it happened, that's why you got people climbing in the casket.
Right.
But when you understand, if we gonna trust God,
We
gotta trust God all the way.
Yeah.
Does that exclude us from having moments and hurt and the pain? And no,
Absolutely.
It's humanity.
but you gotta know. And so that I was dealing with that, and she had no idea. You know what I'm saying? And so I was having moments while she was in the hospital, but she didn't know that because I'm thinking to myself, what if this is not God's will?
Yeah.
And so, but even thinking about that, the reality, once that reality hit, that hit me in a way that, you know, I've never been shook like that. That I'm talking about, that shook me. Like, I don't think I went to work for a month. Like, they called me like, do you still work here? Like,
oh, wow.
We gave you your grief time, but you like 3 weeks past that. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to go to work. You know, that it just shook me.
Yeah.
And she did the best she could with supporting me, but because she didn't understand, it was just hard. And I think that space thing is key because at the end of the day, as much as you saying, baby, what you need, I don't know what I need.
Yeah. Right.
So just be my wife.
Yeah, because what I really feel like I need is my mama back.
Exactly. That's it.
And I know that I can't have that. Right.
And so
yeah.
So the space thing is important in a marriage as it pertains to grief because your role or your responsibility is just be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the space to cry and grieve and fall out and do all the things that you need to do without the all right, that's enough, or that's okay, or your time is up. No. Let me give you the space, and it is my job to say, you want some water? Did you eat today? You got a headache? Okay, let's go get some air. Let's get out the house. Like those moments, you don't think that in a marriage it makes a difference, but it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because it's just showing that I'm there.
Yeah.
Like I don't need you to say the right things. I just need you to be there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
During her journey, and I agree because when my dad died, I was like, But again, I already prayed. Hey, if this is it, listen, hey, who am I to tell you no, you're wrong.
Right.
You're God. So I was in a different place with that. But when it came to her, I said, okay, I've been there, but I deal with life differently. I view life differently. She is not me. She don't view things like me.
Right.
She don't perceive or see things or experiencing things like me. So I was like, well, Lord, this is your daughter. Just show me what I need to do.
That's good.
Because you know her. You know her on a deeper level than me. You know the heart. And so whatever you need me to do, Lord. And that's even through marriage. Even I say, hey, I would just be going through the store and say, here's some flowers. Okay. Because I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know what this is for. But I know he said do. And so when she came to her grief, I'm just like, hey. And even then, it came to a point I say, I feel like she's about to cry. And she do. And then I'm like, there were times we just be Netflixing and chilling. Something comes on. Pause. You all right?
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm like, the minute there by me, I see
That never goes away.
I'm like,
I am not.
You all right? I did not know this was going to happen. Are you all right?
The difference between me and my wife is I don't suppress nothing. And I'm a real man and all of that and all. But when I feel it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in the movies, lost it. I don't even remember what movie, but a couple. A couple of them movies I lost it. Yeah. Like I had to leave the theater.
Yeah.
But that was my moment. I got it out. Once I got it out, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not built. Let me get it out. If I hear a song, if I see anything, I get it out. Her, on the other hand, be a man. Like, don't cry, don't cry. And I'm like, listen, this is my healthy way of grieving.
I have learned that. So now I don't suppress.
I don't anymore. Therapy has helped me.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like this church that we are, a part of. I ain't cried. I've cried more in the past. We've been there since 2019. In the past 6, I've cried more in the last 6 years than I've cried my entire life. Because I was the person.
Happy cry, sad cry. She cried.
I was like, I used to be the person like, what we crying for?
Pull it together.
Get it together. Yeah. We got stuff to do. Ain't nobody got time for that. And
there's memories why I didn't really go to her too, because I'm like, man, I need to cry.
She not letting you.
Because she ain't gonna let me. You a grown man, dog.
Like, get it together.
But it's funny that you say that about our church, because they saved us many of Mother's Days. Mother's Day was...
Shout out to Lifeline
Yeah.
Church.
Lifeline system of churches.
They saved us. The mothers were just like... Because my last encounter with my mother was at Lifeline.
Oh, wow.
She passed the week after Thanksgiving. And so she came to a night of Thanksgiving with us.
Oh, wow.
To church. And then that Tuesday she transitioned.
Gotcha.
And so to be in church with her that Thursday, so all the mothers knew. So walking through the door on Mother's Day was like, I want to crawl under a rock, but I would walk literally into all of them. Like, they just knew. We didn't have to say anything for years.
Yeah.
They just would be like, come here, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't even have to be a Mother's Day. They would just, by way of Holy Ghost, they would just see it.
Yeah.
And come here, son. Give me a hug. I know you miss her. It's all right.
Yeah.
And it's a wrap from there.
And those hugs.
You definitely need a community like that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Your community is important.
Transition, because our when her mom passed, that next year, I think that's when we shut the church down. And well, that's a whole nother story.
I was gonna say we didn't even touch on that. We'll come back to that though.
So when we transitioned, to Lifeline, my wife was like zombified. Like she was like,
I was done.
and we sat for a year, and they literally every Sunday they just walked my wife through
Indeed.
this grief until she got on her feet.
Wow.
And that was incredible.
That is.
That was incredible.
And because I've never experienced that before, because you feel like people don't have to be nice. And my mom used to say that to me all the time. People don't have to be nice, and they definitely don't have to be nice to you.
That part.
So the fact that they took time out of their lives to say, I can't replace her, but if you need a mama to talk to, I'm here.
Yeah.
I can't cook like her, but if you need some nana pudding, I got you. Like all of the things. And so I thank God for having fillers.
Yeah.
Not replacements.
Right.
But fillers. That when I'm having a mama moment, I can just pick up the phone and just say, hey, I just want to hear your voice because I'm missing my mama today.
Yeah.
And so I just need a little wisdom.
I love that. I love that, and I love community.
Yeah.
That because that's really what it is. It's community. Like the slogan, "Don't do life alone."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's important that we aren't on an island by ourselves, because if you are not a part of a community, or if you don't engage with the community, when things happen, people can't surround you because they don't even know that there's a need.
That's right.
Because you haven't engaged. So I want people to know. Find you a community,
100%.
a faith community that you can be a part of, that will embrace you and that you can embrace,
Right.
to so that when things happen, and not just bad things, but celebrate with you.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll cheer for you. They'll, and when it's time to grieve, they'll grieve with you. You know what I'm saying? And help walk you through that. That's so important.
It is.
And I feel like a lot of people miss that because they don't have, whether it's a church community or a friend community, but you just need to have community.
Time out for doing life by yourself.
Yeah.
Is just, who wants to do that? Like, think
don't.
about that.
I don't.
Can you imagine just getting up every day? You have nobody to do life with. You can't go call somebody and go get coffee, or go to lunch, or talk about sports or whatever. And that was never God's intent. And so, especially as believers, we shouldn't even accept that. Like, it was never God's intent for us to be by ourselves.
Right.
On the other hand,
Sam, now.
no, seriously. In my past, on the other hand, I didn't mind being by myself.
Now,
But was
get
it good and healthy for you?
Depending, because I think the reason I didn't mind being by myself, 'cause I was afraid to get in trouble when I was younger. Because the way it made my household, man, you know what? I'm just not going to risk it. Now, I did try.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm done.
Don't risk it, Doc.
It ain't worth
It
it.
ain't worth it.
And then when I got the permission to test the waters, I'm like, okay, it's a little cold, and I just feel this other wave in here. You know what? That's a riptide. I don't want to. I'm just gonna swim on back. But when I finally, even though we came from one church to another, it was really being a lifeline that really let me know the importance of community. And the biggest thing, and I want to piggyback on what Valeria said, that yes, being a part of the community is important. You need that community, but also be open to be a part of that community. Right. You could be in the community and not in the community. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was good at being in the community and not in the community. I wore a mask to make it look like I'm a part of the community, but I just don't want you to bother me. So I had to look like I'm a part of the community, but not a part of the community.
Wow. You weren't really engaging.
Because I'm not engaging with you. And I had my reasons. Okay, you don't call me, so why should I call you?
But it didn't. Nobody calls nobody.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody getting no call.
Well, then I call you, leave a message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, you know what? That's not community.
Yeah.
But when we see each other in the community building, and I'll tell you, hey, I called you 3 times last week. Oh man,
they calling folks. It ain't looking good for you.
Because it's like, but then even in the midst of that, yes, it is important to have community. But you have to be ready, because if you're introverted or you just like, I don't want to deal with people, you got to ask yourself then ask God to lead you to that community that's going to help you out. Okay. Or it's okay, or be like, I ain't gonna lie, being part of my media squad ministry and community update team, they let me be myself, my wife, but it took years, because the first community, if you're married, is here. If you can't be open here.
Right.
Yeah.
And it almost, we had, there was a couple times I was going to be a dead man hanging from the noose, but praise God.
Not by me, people.
Not by me. But I'm talking about I go extreme. And like divorce, that's what I'm talking about.
It was like,
let's be clear.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. That wasn't her. No, but ultimately, the biggest thing is to be a part of the community, you have to be open to community.
Yeah.
And you have to be in a position to say, okay, I'm not gonna wear no mask. And again, shout out to Lifeline. The first time I went there and I saw a group of men hug another man, and that man, the pastor, cried. That was enough for me to say, okay, I need to be a part of this place, because I didn't feel like a place I could cry. And then the brotherhood, and even then, I still, okay, I'm all right, cool, because, I ain't too cool. I don't, because nothing.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy at all.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this.
Oh my God.
If you like in my case, didn't really know what love is, then you don't know. And here's the thing, love is so broad, but it's specific based on who that love's for. There's a friend love, there's the marital love, there's the brother love, there's the sister love. It's still a part of the love, but if you don't know what love is, like the song, I don't know what love is. I want to know what love is.
We do not own the rights to the music.
Right.
And so, I have to learn a lot. And I'm not going to say I'm fully there, but I will say this. Y'all hugs, help the brother.
I love it.
Amen.
I ain't even lie.
Oh, man.
I mean, I would tell. I'm gonna say this as a testimony right now.
Uh-oh. Testify.
You, and I ain't gonna say other brothers don't do it, but when you come, like when you say you make your way, Sam, and I see you, you will make your way to give me a hug.
We will.
Absolutely.
That right there is just like, wow. Now I know that's love is.
Absolutely.
Because there are times I go always to the brothers, but when I see a brother coming for the brother,
it makes a difference.
it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And those are the things that moves me.
I love that.
So thank you, brother.
No problem. We spent plenty of days on that stage on Austin, in that corner. Hey, I ain't been to the tabernacle yet, so I don't know what it's gonna look like next week.
Listen. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Pressed Into Purpose. We will see you next time on the next episode of Pressed Into Purpose.
A thought came to my mind when you was talking. And the fact that, and the reason the thought came to my mind because of your response to the action. Do you feel that even though you love God, but do you feel that there was a battle between who was first in your life? Was it God or was your mom?
Oh, absolutely. That's heavy. So, anyone that knows me, my mama was my everything. And I would dare to say that though I had a relationship with God, my relationship with my mama was stronger because she was my voice of God for a long time. Ooh. She was the voice of God in my life. For a very long time. So I did not even know how to build relationship with God as it pertained to grief because she wasn't here. Everything that's good, Sam. Wow. Everything that ever happened in my life, I called her. She was the one that pushed me back to God. I couldn't call her down.
Gotcha. You got no choice now.
I have a choice. Wow. So now I got to go to God for myself. And I had to carve out what that looked like for me. It didn't make sense. So now, wow, that's really good. That's a really good question. No, because I never really looked at it like that until he asked it.
You had a mediator.
She was the voice. She was the voice of God on earth for me.
See you next time.